Is
If
Mayor
you
McDonough
like what you're
telling the
about to see
truth?
at any
What does he
point,
have to
please
hide? Read the
like
public for
and
the hard
subscribe.
questions.
If not, well, it was nice for you to come at all. Anyway, today we have already talked to Piper to get the quest started. Yes, I know, I always start this late. Anyway, me and old Nicky Boy here are gonna, you know, waltz to Goodneighbor and see what happens along the way. Maybe we'll run into a couple of nice little random encounters. Oh my god, this is the most interesting workbench in the world. No, it's not. Sorry, I get annoyed by the time it takes on these sometimes. It's just like, come on, man. I get that you're loading a whole world, but does it really take this long? You know, it's been so long since I've actually gone to Goodneighbor. I don't even know if I remember the way. I'm kind of glad I got this little quest marker to lead me. Otherwise, I might wander into the wrong part of town. That would be funny, though. Maybe one day I'll just make a video exploring things. Let's go shoot shit. You. Yeah, you.
Nothing there now. What do you think?
I don't know.
Give me your money.
Hey.
Hey, look, a jet. Does anybody else collect chems? I like to collect.
Who is that? Lights out for you.
Get out. Right. That's deadness. This got a short combat rifle. We'll take it now.
What else you got?
Something's going down. Is it just me, or does that sound like a vertibird? That is a vertibird. Let's drop the troops. It's the Brotherhood. We should help them. I mean, I don't fully intend to side with the Brotherhood, but hey, they're okay at least for now. Come on, Valentine.
You don't have to do this.
I think they do have to do it, Valentine. I think it's in their nature.
Pay for that.
It wasn't a false alarm, I just helped you. This guy had a laser rifle and a sledgehammer. I know I'm getting excited over like what most would consider useless weapons, but I like the settlement build and I like to fully equip my settlers. Like if you were to come across one of those settlements, then you'd find like a hail of like high caliber bullets.
Elder Maxim.
We lost us a nice Brotherhood of Steel member. Now we're going to strip him bare. I don't have a set of 260 armor yet. Where is this knight? Is it upstairs? What are you seeing, man?
No mercy. Mission accomplished.
Anyway, enough of this distraction.
Can't hide from us.
Apparently they are hiding from you if you're still looking for them. Just saying. Anyway, moving on. Down the way. Trinity Plaza. That means Trinity Towers are around here somewhere. I bet that is where I was just at. Actually, I think that is where I was just at. So yeah, it is. No, that dude's still fighting. Man, I almost shot this mannequin. I turned the corner, I thought it was a raider standing there. Okay. I missed the bullet.
You can win this? Yeah?
Oh yeah, I think I can win this. Considering you idiots
So
are literally
dead.
blowing yourselves up.
I'll be doing the world a service. Losing people.
Yeah, combat efficient.
See him?
Nick man out. I didn't even know there were more. Thank you for the... Man, that freaking vertebrate's still around.
You're in for it now.
Nick man, I'm gonna need you to carry some stuff already. We ain't even almost there yet.
I've done this hundreds of times. You think you'll be any different? Hey. Now where?
Nick man, if they're up there, they're already long gone. Here, you take that, and you take all those BOS2 T60 armor. I should
You go. Still kicking? Jesus!
And that is how we take care of raiders. You're right, they should have just run, Nick, but they didn't run. So now it's over. And they're dead. Now let us continue. I need to quit wasting bullets. So I'm going to switch to the headhunter. We're going to go hunt some heads. Duct tape. Interviews.
Someone there?
Always on my way. Oh no, it's hallucinogen.
I must have a concussion. I'm fucking seeing things.
You got cut.
I don't feel like tripping balls today.
Huh?
Get some, motherfucker!
I did. You lost. I really need to get this grounder perk. dead, Nick. It's over. Ooh, look at all these nicely dead gunners with these army fatigues. Ah! Oh no, 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 no.
You got guts.
Oh yeah, just a little. If all these gunners knew what the railroad sounds like, the whole wasteland, they would. Ooh, sounds like the vertibird. I question where the Brotherhood of Steel continues to get these things. Like, do they fix them? What do they do with them? You would assume they would fix them. Why'd I do that? I wasn't trying to do it. I mean, it was a nice save. But here we are. Here's what we're looking for. Of course, you're carrying too much and now you can't run. Man, I'm gonna have to take a break just to, bring the loot back.
Hey.
I know what you're saying. Maybe if you wouldn't grab everything, you wouldn't have to do that. You're right. I wouldn't have to do that, but then I wouldn't have everything, then would I? Maybe I need it. Maybe it is
There's something you need?
imperative to my gameplay. Actually, it is. It really is. Besides, Goodneighbor's not that far. We'll make it. This seems pointless. There should be a dealie there.
One of my cases dead end in Boston Common. I prefer not to join them.
Don't worry, Nick. We're going around Boston Commons, man. I ain't fighting with the old Swan today. But we will stop by the Massachusetts State House just to get us a new fast travel point, So, I have a question, and maybe anyone who actually watches this would
Who's there?
answer it.
A noise?
Why is
Where'd you go? Huh? Gonna find you!
Hey,
Go!
gotta be like a source of debate in an RPG. Like, oh, we can't fast travel. Fast travel is for cheaters. And yes,
You
I have
see
heard
me,
someone say
human?
that.
This is
And I don't
your
understand
death!
why. I get that, yeah, it takes a lot of the danger out of the game, but if I want to fast travel, why? How does I get that people use like console commands and stuff to give themselves all kinds of stuff, and it's just like, I don't care. As long as they're not doing it on my game, I'm gonna play my game the way I wish, and you can play the game the way you wish. I am true chaotic neutral. As long as you don't mess with me, I generally won't mess with you. You know, I have like 6 settler notes. Probably should read more to it. These lights are then again, oh no, it's mass fusion. I'm not quite ready to storm those gates yet. Here we are. Here we are. I found it. I found it. I found it. Let us go into Goodneighbor. let's heal first. Inventory. Radaway. I don't want to use a death claw steak. We save those for like generally bad times. You can use the rad scorpion steak though. Dude, didn't I use some Radaway? Or did I use Rad X by accident? Oh, who knows? Where the hell is Nick? Oh, there he is. Alright, Nick. Now, I'm about to probably do something you won't like, but I don't care, really. Because no one's going to threaten me, and I know what happens when I walk in this gate. This guy's going to try to sell me insurance. I'm going to tell him to, in no uncertain terms, just screw off. Yeah, that's a good word.
Hey, hold up there. First time in Goodneighbor? You can't go walking around without insurance.
You better back off, or you're the one who's gonna need insurance.
Well, hey, all right. We'll just say your insurance is paid up for now, okay?
Whoa, time out. Nick Valentine makes a rare visit to town, and you're hassling his friend here with that extortion crap? Good to see you again, Nick.
Hancock?
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new mayor.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Now, why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. Now I know you had old Finn handled back there, but a mayor's gotta make a point sometimes. You alright?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
fine.
man.
Thanks for taking care of him.
Good. Now don't let this incident taint your view of our little community. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Yeah, I feel you.
Good. You stay cool, and you'll be part of the neighborhood. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Alright. Welcome to Goodneighbor. And I knew Nick would dislike that, and I really thought about bringing someone else, but it's just like, Nick can be like disliking one thing. He likes it when I, you know, hack computers, so I'll make up for it. Here we are, we've made it to the memory den. We've made it to our destination. We've done it. Let us walk inside and walk down the mind of a madman. I really have to start doing like some extra saves to catch the beginnings of these things before I do them, because I've been like so behind.
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
They could have done so much more with this place. Like, you know, reliving moments from past games type stuff. That would have been awesome. That means they wouldn't have had to, like...
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
Anyway, that means they wouldn't have had to, like, completely remaster the games. They could have just given us portions of it. Like, they could have... Hell, they could have redone Operation Anchorage. Wasn't Nate supposed to be at Anchorage? Or at least he was in the Great War, so would have worked.
We need your help, Doctor. I need the memories from a man named Kellogg. But he's dead.
I know it's asking for a miracle, Amari. But you've pulled off the impossible before.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
I appreciate this,
man.
Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Hell,
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
Yes, ma'am.
See you on the other side.
Anyway, on the subject of what ifs, like what if this hadn't have worked? How would they have gone about it? Leave me a comment. Tell me what's up with that. I would have actually gone through with what happens after this, but I won't spoil it for you. We'll talk about it when we get there.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Aye, Cap. Holding on.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Again, what if? What if this hadn't worked?
There.
I mean,
This is the earliest
this
intact
is one
memory
of my
I can
favorite
find.
segments in the original story. Simply because I'm a story-driven person, and this is about the only thing that there are no gunfights. There is no. This is straight story. Period.
That makes it official, folks. The final vote count from the
Turn
House
down the goddamn radio!
in favor of
I'm trying to sleep!
California Republic.
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
I'm sure that's gonna take...
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There.
So,
try that one.
Kellogg's mom, when he was still in footy pajamas of all things, gives him a .44 caliber pistol. Such is the state of the afterworld here. I say afterworld, the post-apocalyptia, as Three Dog would put it. But there's also another thing. You see, Bethesda's been a long time not even wanting to acknowledge the fact that there wasn't, New Vegas. But there's the NCR right there. There's New Vegas lore right there. I don't really see many people bring that up. I've seen a bunch of videos about it. Not one has brought up the fact that, hey, Kellogg is technically from the NCR.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. Most of it's just running security for the sheep. I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. And I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while. A lot of standing around looking tough. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. You focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like.
I can totally relate to this
I
guy.
was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
No, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
Well, we have Kellogg in his happy life. Well, I'm sure we all know where things go from there, but this is a tragic story. It really is. And I kind of understand why he does some of the things he does and says some of the things he says.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Wait. I need to see something before you be trying to connect me to new memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you?
Man, this game is cussing more than I am. That's a surprise. I have a mouth like a sailor outside of this. I've been trying to keep it clean for you too, but you know how it goes. Here we are.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. I just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another.
You think both of these say the same thing?
There was always a job for someone like me.
No, they don't.
Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
I feel sorry for that family because Kellogg's gonna tear them to pieces. I mean, if he was half the mercenary we run into, yeah, he's forced to be reckoned with in the wasteland.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for my... The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. Yourself, if you really... You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute.
We're gonna check.
But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement. Suited me just fine.
Existed.
The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate. Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Alright, fun times at the OK Corral.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, I'm still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive. Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby. No. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth.
I don't remember it now.
If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Kellogg.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
That was one hell of a glitch.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
I would like to say that this is the end, but we have one more little segment. And once we get through that, there'll be some slight speculation at the end. And then, well, thanks for watching.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Feel pretty good.
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes. Their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. It's called the glowing sea for a reason.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
And here we go to the last segment. Let's go talk to our buddy Nick.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.
All right. That is it. I would like to do some, a little bit of speculation before I go, because that was a story in itself. Like, the fact that Kellogg could have come back at any time as Nick, and he says, oh, it's just a mnemonic impression, but what if it's like, say, Batman Beyond, when the Joker kidnapped Robin and tortured him and left that little bitty piece of him on him to come back later. See, what if they could have done something like that? That would have been an expansion all in itself. In all honesty, me and a group of friends were working on a mod for it, but it never saw the light of day, never really got off the ground. But hey, tell me what you guys think should happen. Leave me some comments. And if you've gotten this far, thank you. Please like, subscribe. Tell me what you want to see. For now, I'm just going to go with quests, and there'll be a few of fanfic videos coming out. I know fanfic is a dirty word, but that's basically what it is. I am first and foremost a writer after all, so thank you and goodbye.